Good morning and welcome back to Dundee. Yeah, always good to come and visit Dundee. I love watching football in this city. It's an intriguing place with Dens Park and Tannadice both on the same street. Who's been here? Some Nuremberg fans, it seems like, for some random reason. But yeah, Celtic come to town today. Big day in the title race. Rangers, at time of recording this, are due to kick off against St Mirren in about 30 minutes. So Rangers away to St Mirren, Celtic away to Dundee. It's post-split, so all the teams are playing teams around them now. The last time we came to Dundee, it didn't go so well, obviously. The pitch situation has overshadowed how good Dundee have actually been this year. To be a top 6 club is actually genuinely amazing, considering they came up last season from the Championship. So fair play to Dundee. They are a big club with a really good history, particularly in Europe as well, if you look back to the 60s. They have had a good season here at Dens Park, like I say, but they have kind of limped over the line to get into the top 6 with just 2 wins in their last 8 games. Celtic have found some really good form right at the right time of the season. They're getting players back from injury, ready for this title race as well. Dyson Maeda seems to have mended himself like that. Callum McGregor is now back. All Dundee supporters. Yeah. How would you say the season's gone? Because top 6 finish, you probably wouldn't have expected that.
It's went all well.
Yeah.
All better than I thought anyway.
And who's been your player of the season, standout?
Well, Owen Beck when he was here, obviously, but Floyd looked McCollum.
Okay. And so for next season, do you expect them to do as well, or do you expect like Hibs and Aberdeen to come back a little bit?
To be honest, I think we'll get like 6th, 7th again.
You'd be happy with mid-table?
Yeah. Mid-table.
Do you think you can finish in the top 5 spots? That'll obviously guarantee a European. Yeah, because the form's not been amazing getting into the top 6 the last few weeks. Yeah. You've sort of like crawled off like over the line, I feel like, but you're still confident you get top 5? Yeah. So you're both mates? Yeah. But your teams are facing each other today?
Yeah.
How does that make you lads feel?
Even though I know that Dundee will probably get beat, but we'll try and still do something about that.
Does it make you want to win even more, knowing that he's a Celtic fan and vice versa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of bragging rights. And you both had pretty good seasons. Obviously Celtic's been a little bit up and down, same with Dundee. Your form's not been amazing getting into the top 6, but you must be overall quite happy with how it's gone.
Yeah. But I'm still happy that we've got top 6 and possibly Europe.
You two are both supporters. You're a Dundee fan. I'll start with you then. Today, big day in it. Celtic coming here.
Yes.
What do you think? You've had a good season.
Yeah, sort of.
And you confident for today? What's the score going to be?
1-0 Dundee.
1-0 Dundee. And for you lads, are both going down, aren't you? But you've had a good run in the Championship.
Yeah.
You've done all right the past few years.
Yeah.
Pitch is looking in good nick today, a little bit different to the last time that I saw you here, but Dundee have had a good season. I feel like the last few months have been overshadowed with the off-the-field stuff, but credit to the team and the manager.
Yeah, I feel like I've spent a lot of my life here in the past few weeks, not actually seeing games, but yeah, pitch is fine today, and Dundee have been brilliant. I mean, I know they've taken a lot of flack for their pitch, and actually rightly so, but Tony Docherty and the players have been superb. I mean, his first season as a manager, after being Derek McInnes' long-time assistant, he's brought a few loan players in, 3 from Burnley, and other players as well. And I think they've been a really good watch. Out with the old firm, only Hearts and Motherwell have scored more goals. Their problem is that only Livingston and Ross County have conceded more goals, but it makes them an entertaining watch, and I've actually enjoyed seeing them this season. And fair play to them reaching the top 6.
Yeah, it's obviously a good achievement for them, especially they were in the Championship last year and changing managers, like you say. But Celtic, on the other hand, they're coming here with Rangers playing just now at St Mirren. Now it's the top 6, the split. Obviously, every game's like a 6-pointer, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and there could be a few twists and turns yet. Obviously, we've seen Rangers lose at Ross County, getting held to a draw here, which nobody really expected. I think Dundee might give Celtic a game, although you'd look at the 3 previous meetings this season and maybe say not, especially the 7-1 at Celtic Park. But Dundee can just play with a bit of freedom now, although they've still got a European spot to go for themselves as well, so plenty at stake for them. But yeah, I mean, I think there might be the odd surprise result still to come from this title race.
Especially with Killie and Hearts, they're obviously going to have a big say in it, aren't they? They already have up until this stage with some of their results against the big
team.
I
mean, Killie have beaten Celtic twice, obviously, in the league and League Cup, and Hearts won at Celtic Park. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fascinating run-in. I mean, it's taken us 13 years to have a title race in Scotland. So as a complete neutral, even though nobody believes it, I think it's great that, and I hope it goes down to the wire. It'd be great to have a final day drama.
My name's John Christie. I'm on the Dundee FC media team, where I do the match reports.
And obviously Dundee have had a good season. They're pushing for Europe. I mentioned it just briefly in my intro about Dundee and their history in Europe and stuff. What are some of the tales you can tell me about Dundee in Europe, especially back in the 60s, I think it was?
It was before my day, but you hear amazing tales about the great Dundee team of the early 60s. They won the league, and then they reached the last four of the European Cup. They're put out by Milan in the semis. They beat Milan, they lost over there, and then we beat them here, but we went out in aggregate. But it was a top team, and it was the referee that did for us, of course. But we absolutely thrashed Cologne here, the German champions, in an earlier round, and I think it's still the case that it's the heaviest defeat a German club has ever taken in the European Cup.
Wow, okay, nice, yeah. And that's
Barcelona nearly overtook us, but I think it's still, and obviously 8-2 it was.
And the quiz question you were just telling me, there's a famous bit of pub trivia, but we don't think it's true anymore.
It's not true anymore, because it used to be named the only city in the UK that's had two clubs who've reached the last four of the European Cup or the Champions League, and people are going for Liverpool, Manchester, London, but it was Dundee until Manchester have spoilt it.
With City and United, of course. But
it took a long time for them to catch up with us.
Dundee, the pioneers of European football.
Yeah, because we reached it in '63. Yeah. And then '84 United were put out by Roma.
Big hole of uncertainty there. So much so, we almost missed a goal because of it. Classic old stand, look at this. Just as I say, Dundee are doing alright, you can see.
I started speaking to you at the wrong time.
He's in a good bit of form, James Forrest. He obviously scored in the game last weekend at Hampden Park against Aberdeen. He's come into form at a good right time for Celtic, and a good strike. He's been ever present with Celtic for years now. Look how many, since 2010. Think of what you were doing in 2010. That's how long James Forrest has been playing for Celtic, and look at that, the amount of games he played around those seasons. But yeah, look, he really had a great couple of years there, 2017 through to about 2020. But still here at the club, absolute stalwart. Half time here, 1-0 to Celtic. Not the greatest half, to be honest, but a great strike from James Forrest. Dundee have had one or two chances. They could easily get something from this game, but yeah, Celtic will probably grow into this game in the second half. They've got quality to bring off the bench as well, so stay tuned and I'll see you in the second half shortly. Dundee have been the best side in the second half so far. Kyogo just hasn't had the same impact this season, has it?
That's 9,120. Thank you to everyone for your support. Thank you.
I hope I just caught that. 9,120 the attempt. I wonder what the actual full capacity would be of Dens Park. Yeah, 9,120. Pretty good. It's James Forrest again. Celtic legend is on fire today. He's on a hat-trick now. That's his brace. Will he get his third? VAR are checking it. Possible handball. And the goal has been given. Celtic 2-0 up here at Dens Park. Going to be no hat-trick for James Forrest. Is coming off. You will have to believe me. He's behind the pole. Here he comes. Dundee have got one back. The Dundee fans in the corner over there enjoyed that goal. They're giving it to the Celtic fans, but yeah, still 2-1 here to the champions. Just goes to show how well Dundee have done. They've really matched Celtic a lot today. They've had some good chances. You wouldn't be surprised if it was either Dundee ahead or even like a draw at this stage, how well they played. But from the Championship last season to going toe-to-toe with treble winners from last year, credit to Dundee. And look at the Dundee fans in that corner as well. They're absolutely loving it. They were all in.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 5 additional minutes. 5 additional minutes.
A late free kick to Dundee. They couldn't, could they? Ooh, they nearly could. Booked. But look at this, Celtic fans behind the goal and partly in this stand as well. Celtic supporters, yeah. You must be pretty happy with that then?
Yeah.
So are you confident you'll go and win the league now after that? It wasn't pretty today, but you got the job done, got the 3 points. Can you see a world in where Rangers could still win the league?
No way.
Never happy to lose, obviously, but considering where Dundee were last season and Celtic were treble winners, I thought today was an excellent performance.
I thought so, you know, and you know, you never want, as you say, you never want your team to be happy in defeat, but I think the manner, you know, the performance, I think somebody's just told me the stats, that's the most shots and targets Celtic have faced against a team all season, and I think that speaks volumes of the players, you know, and I think on today's performance I thought we were a wee bit passive in the first half, you know, but we addressed that at half time, and I thought you'd seen that in the second half. We were toe-to-toe with a really good team, and really proud of that level of performance in the second half, and just fell short that wee bit, but as manager I've got to be happy because I see the level of improvement, the level of development in my team constantly, you know, in a really pivotal stage of the season.
And how far can this team go?
Well, listen, they keep getting better. As I say, this season, we've ticked a lot of boxes. You know, our first objective was to retain our SPFL status. Then it was to get 10 wins, which we did, 10 clean sheets, and then all of a sudden was top 6. And we managed to do that. There's one more objective now, which is that 5th place in a European spot. So, listen, if I know they boys like I do, then that's an achievable, tangible objective, and it's something I know we'll work hard towards trying to achieve. But I'm enormously proud of what I'm getting for the team, and as you said, the progression, you know, for Dundee as a football team, and you know what, it's something that they've created in this stadium, the synergy with the fans. As manager, I'm really pleased with that, and I want us to keep going. I want us to keep getting better and keep improving.
And how about yourself personally as well? This is obviously your first season as a manager. You've spent a lot of time obviously coaching with Derek McInnes. How have you found your first season and your progression as well?
I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. You know, I've assembled a group there. You know, it's well documented. When I came in, there was only 3 signed players, so it allowed me to bring in my players, you know, and play my style of play, and bring in staff as well. So I've really enjoyed it. But I think all credit for that goes to the players. You know, it's a joy to come in and work with the players every day, because they're such a conscientious group, really tight. You know, in terms of mentality and hard working, and it's great. You know, when you get that kind of relationship with your players. I love coming into work every day, and I know the players feel like that as well. So I've got to say it's been a really enjoyable experience. But I'm experienced enough to know that, you know, you don't take that for granted. You keep working at it, and we'll be back in. We'll recover tomorrow, back in, make sure we're addressing what we need to address from that game there, and get ready for the next game.
Yeah, things seem to be going really well at Dundee this season, don't they? It's good to see such a big club stature-wise, and the history like we heard about with their European exploits and back in the day doing so well and like pushing for those European places. Obviously, they lost today, but I think they might be happy just to, in these post-split fixtures, just to get Celtic out of the way. Celtic are a form team. They've hit form right at the right time, like I've said a few times in this video. So, yeah, they are firm favourites for the league, I think. If you like this video, you'll like the ones that are on screen right now, so please do click to carry on watching. All right, guys, thank you very much. Take care.